Hey, hello, what's up guys? Yes, it's me again. I came back to my YouTube video and today I want to talk about something in English. Okay, so today what I want to talk about is that I don't try to sound like a native speaker. I know this is something I want to talk about, and then there's some reason why I feel that way. I feel that I just don't want to try to sound like a native speaker. Well, maybe it's good, maybe good that I could speak like a native speaker. Maybe it's good, but thing is, it's so tough. I mean, I feel like these days it's almost impossible for me to sound like a native speaker, 100% perfectly, sound like a native speaker. I think it is not possible because, in my, whole my life, I never ever met a single person who is Japanese and who was raised, who was born and raised in Japan and become English speaker and then speak 100% like a native speaker. No, I've never met a single person all my life. And then these days I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I find a lot of Japanese English speakers who speak like a native speaker. But if I take a time and listen carefully and then listen to them for a while, I could tell maybe a little bit of Japanese-ish sound in their English. So if I think about it, because those guys are very good or damn good, right? And it's really good speaking English, and then even for them it is not possible, sounds like 100% native speakers. It's really tough, and then even for them. And if I would be able to do it, there's no way I could do it. So instead of spending my effort and time into trying to become sounds like a native speaker, I would rather to use that time and effort to other things. That is, I've been always trying to become a good communicator, so that I could speak. I kind of always trying to speak in natural speed, and so that I will be able to express myself in many ways, and so that I could be able to say something in the right time, and using the right phrases, the right words, that's something I'm trying to do. I wanna be, I wanna practice my speaking, in English, so that someone who is talking to will have a good time, good conversation. That's something that I always trying to do. So, I would rather just spend my time, effort, trying to do that instead of trying to become an English speaker. Trying to become speaker like a native speaker 100%, because it's very tough, and then also that I at the same time, as I said earlier, I feel that it's impossible for me to do it. So that's one of the reasons, right? And then this is a very tiny. The other thing is that this is a very tiny thing, but all my life I met some people who keep saying that things like native speaker doesn't say that, or native speaker doesn't say that way, or some people, I met some people who keep saying that, but I find that those people maybe it is not everyone, but at least that those people who I met who keep saying that native speaker don't speak that kind of stuff, they are making a lot of mistakes, that native speaker never make. So, well, if I may, please excuse me, but they are just smart Alex. So, I just don't want to be, like that person. So that's, yeah, one of the reasons why, I just don't want to, try to, too much, and think about too much about trying to sound like a native speaker. So I just, I thought I would never do that. So that's another reason. And then, okay, lastly, that reason that I'm kind of not trying to, trying to sound like a native speaker is that because English is a little different. If you compare it to another language, another foreign language, there's a lot of people trying to learn a foreign language, right? But most of the time, that their language target language would be the language that mostly spoken by the native speakers of that language. But English is different. I mean, that population of that non-native English speaker is more than a native, the population of the native speakers. That's the fact, right? So that is why I think that it's fair to say that in English is a global language, and everyone is using English as a communication tool. So if I think that way, why I just stick with the one certain accent of English? I would rather try to learn more about different kinds of accent from around the world, so that I could better communicate with the people around the world. That's the thing that I think, and that's yes, as I said, instead of spending all my time and effort into trying to sound like a native speaker, I would rather to trying to listen to other people with different kind of accent. That's the the other reason why I thought maybe I shouldn't try to think about too much about trying to become sounds like native speaker. So that's the other reason. And I think that the accent of your English would change, I think, over time. I mean, depending on the situation, depending on who you are and mostly interacting with. Like if you are living in the States for a while, maybe that your accent over time it become sounds like more like people living there. And then if you are living in like Australia, your accent become more like Australian English. It's changed, right? So knowing that, I think that I just want to be more free about my English, how I speak in English, how sound is like. I just want to feel free, about what I'm saying, about my accent and how my English sounds like. I just want to, I just don't want to be like stressed out. I really want to sound like American English people. I just want to speak like that. I have to, put a lot of effort and then time into it, right? And then a lot of time that at the same time, I know that it's almost impossible to, sound like a native speaker, 100% sounds like a native speaker. So, instead, I just want to be more free, free about my English, free about my pronunciation, free about, feel free about my accents, and then I just I just want to enjoy, just trying to learn English, trying to communicate in English with other people. I just want to enjoy it. So in order for that, I feel that at least for me, it is not the right way for me to just try to spend think about and then trying to spend so much time trying to become English, sounds like a native speaker. That's the thing that I'm thinking, about this, So yeah, that's it. That's everything I want to talk about today. And then thank you very much for watching my YouTube video again. And then hopefully I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye.